Something unusual is happening on the Chicago River. Federal government boats are now patrolling these waters. Instead of just tour boats and kayaks, residents are seeing United States Customs and Border Protection, or CBP vessels. These boats, usually seen on ocean borders, are now enforcing immigration laws in the heart of Chicago. The operation, called Operation Midway Blitz, is part of a broader federal push to expand immigration enforcement far from traditional borders. The Chicago River connects to Lake Michigan, a water border with Canada, giving CBP a legal reason to patrol here. For many Chicagoans, the sight of law enforcement on a recreational river is unsettling and raises questions about the city's future. Chicago's large immigrant population is especially concerned about the impact of this increased federal presence. The move signals a shift in federal strategy, bringing border enforcement to urban centers. CBP Commander Gregory Bovino summed it up. Lakes and rivers are borders too. Wherever the border's at, that's where Border Patrol is going to be. This new approach is turning the Chicago River into a front line for national immigration policy. The debate over these patrols is just beginning, as Chicagoans grapple with what this means for their city. The presence of CBP boats is a visible reminder that immigration enforcement is no longer limited to the nation's edges. The border, in a sense, has come to Chicago. Operation Midway Blitz is a coordinated federal campaign launched in August 2025, targeting immigration enforcement across Chicago and its suburbs. It's a joint effort between CBP, which patrols waterways, and ICE, which operates on land. The goal: find and arrest individuals in the U.S. illegally, especially those with criminal records. The operation's name references both Chicago's Midway Airport and the city's central location, while Blitz signals an intense, high-profile push. Beyond river patrols, agents gather intelligence, conduct surveillance, and act on tips to locate specific targets. Much of the work happens behind the scenes, with agents tracking leads and coordinating actions for maximum impact. Operation Midway Blitz is one of the largest immigration enforcement efforts in the region's recent history. Its reach extends across land and water, making its presence felt throughout the Chicago area. CBP and ICE are leading Operation Midway Blitz, each with a distinct role. CBP's Marine units, trained for high-speed patrols, now treat the Chicago River as a border, watching for suspicious activity tied to immigration or smuggling. Where streets end, our Marine unit begins, says USBP Chief Michael Banks, highlighting their expanded mission. ICE, meanwhile, acts on information from CBP, making arrests in homes and workplaces. This partnership creates a wide enforcement net, with CBP securing the water and ICE following up on land. Since August, the operation has led to over 500 arrests in the Chicago area. Federal officials emphasize that many arrested have serious criminal records, aiming to justify the operation as a public safety measure. The agencies stress that their focus is on individuals considered threats, not just anyone undocumented. The scale and coordination of this operation mark a new chapter in federal enforcement tactics. The Chicago River, once a symbol of recreation, is now a stage for a national immigration debate. The city is adjusting to this new reality. Local and state leaders in Illinois have responded with strong criticism. Many, like U.S. Representative Troy Garcia, argue the operation is more about politics than public safety, creating fear in immigrant communities. Governor J.B. Pritzker has refused to cooperate, rejecting the use of the National Guard for law enforcement in Chicago. This standoff highlights a deep divide between state and federal approaches to immigration and city governance. The Trump administration points to similar strategies in other cities, claiming success in reducing crime. Federal officials highlight the 500-plus arrests, stressing that many had prior convictions to justify the operation. Critics argue these tactics erode trust and make communities less safe. The debate over Operation Midway Blitz is now a flashpoint in the broader struggle over immigration and public safety. Chicago's experience may set the tone for other cities facing similar federal interventions. Chicago's story is part of a national debate over city safety and immigration. President Trump frames federal intervention as necessary to restore order in cities with high crime rates. Sanctuary policies in cities like Chicago limit cooperation with federal immigration agents, fueling tension between local and federal authorities. Operation Midway Blitz is a direct challenge to these policies, bringing border enforcement into the urban core. Supporters see it as common-sense security. Critics call it an overreach that targets immigrants and undermines local control. The presence of Border Patrol boats in downtown Chicago is a powerful symbol of this clash. At its heart, the debate is about who decides how cities are kept safe, Washington or local communities. The Chicago River Patrols are now a floating symbol of America's deep political divide.